Good evening, everybody. I see y'all already in the chat, and you're early. Hey, fam. All right, so this is Sia with C, and thanks for coming to chat with me. Get excited, cruisies. We have a new cruise announcement this time around. I know last time I was like, I couldn't wait to talk to y'all. So, I was just like, we're going to homecoming. And thank y'all for hanging around last week when we were just chatting about land-based vacations and travel. But I have a cruise announcement this time. So let's see who is all in the chat. Get on here and say hello. So Phil D says, we in here. Hey, Phil D, thanks for coming. Y'all were the first to arrive, it looks like. Sid Cruiser, we're doing attendance, says present. Welcome in, Sig. Desiree is back. Hey, Desiree. Welcome in. Folks are saying hello to Sig. So, yeah, as some of y'all know, I was doing a road trip. I went to homecoming. Has anybody did homecoming this year? Did you go to any schools homecomings? Hampton's homecoming has like evolved. And I don't know, was anybody able to follow my IG stories? I was thinking about doing a video for homecoming, but nah, I had to be fully present. And I don't know, I might pull it together just to get us some content until we can release the cruise content. But I had a good old time this weekend reconnecting with folks and running around, running my mouth. So yeah. Oh, y'all are moving so fast. Hold on, wait. There we go. I lost my track. Sig is the welcoming committee there. Hey, Carla G, good to see you. Thanks for that text, Carla. So yeah, get on in here. We are talking about the latest cruise announcement, and for some of you also to know that we got 5 whole cruises from now until the end of the year. So if you haven't hit that notification bell, you might want to do that. Might be a couple lives. Something might pop up. I don't know. But we got a whole lot of cruise content coming. And then possibly a lull in January unless I'm so moved. Hey, Kristen. Kristen and I have been cutting up. Kristen and I have our own version of all my children, all my YouTube children, where we love content that, is informative, but every now and then we go down a rabbit hole and mess. And so prior to getting on here, Kristen and I were in a YouTube messy rabbit hole. Desiree is speaking to Sig. On the Go of Yellow say, CWC, happy Monday. Hey, On the Go of Yellow, thank you so much for the comments you left on the post. I owe you a couple more responses back. Oh, the Parkers are here. Hi, Siobhan Parker. So good to see you all. Siobhan, when you all get a moment, if you already haven't done so, check your P.O. box for me. But yeah, let me see. I have notes. So quick channel updates before we get into announcements. We have 17 lovely people here. Thank y'all for joining in for the Monday meetup. Again, my name is Carlene. My channel is See It With C. And we don't go live every Monday, but we do go live right the Monday before I'm about to travel. That's kind of my meetup style. That's my live style. But we will be going live a little more frequently because we have some action packed, and I'm talking, y'all know who my heart is for cruising, but we got a new cruise line popping up. We got a return visit. And of course, I'll be with my cruising cousins. So welcome in 20 people. Thank you for coming in, Siobhan, and check that what is it called? P.O. Box when you get a chance. So yeah, since I last talked to y'all, we hit 1,600 subscribers, and I want to shout out Sig Cruiser. Sig, what did she do? Sig predicted the 1,600 subscribers. I was just happy with my little 1,500, and Sig said, we're going to get you to 1,600, girl. So we are now at 1,600 new folks. And it was so interesting being at homecoming. First off, Hampton homecoming has evolved. Like Hampton was not a homecoming like party. Oh, hi, Keisa Butler. Welcome in. That you a new name. Welcome in, Keisa. Get the talking, girl. We talk together to each other. It's a lot of heavy hitter cruisers in here. So yeah, I'm not the only expert in this chat. So y'all feel free to talk amongst yourselves or travelers. So welcome in, girl. But yeah, our homecoming has evolved because Hampton homecoming used to be kind of a homecoming that like you had to know somebody to like really appreciate it and to know where the spots were to get your chicken and all that stuff. And baby, I don't know what happened. We got a new president, and it's still kind of classy. Like it's not too ratched out, but When I say we had Rare Essence and SWV on campus on Friday, because usually they had like the OJs for the homecoming concert and ain't nobody would go. So yeah, homecoming's evolved. What was I talking about? I don't remember my transition point for the homecoming thing was, but basically it'll be some content for that. But hey, who else we got here? Sig is saying, whoop whoop, I love cruise announcements. Cool, Sig, you're gonna get a cruise announcement, girl. Who else we got? Kelly Angel Tony is saying hello. And Desiree speaking of Phil D, and hey, Gina's World, cool. I want to go back to I can't remember my tangent about homecoming being so good and different now. But yeah, it was good times. Oh, baby, it was 80 degrees on the yard, 80 degrees, and I did not miss my one and only opportunity I've been out of Hampton almost 20 years to wear shorts for homecoming for the first time. So yeah, they got these cakes and pies. But we have Carla G saying hello. Everybody saying hey to Sid Cruiser. So yeah. Oh, that's what I was talking about. Oh, that's what I was talking about homecoming. So I was actually, there was a couple people at homecoming who were mentioning they watched my channel, and I was so shocked. So shocked. Actually, it was the first time I was at another event where somebody was like, "Aren't you a YouTube cruiser?" And I was like, "Not here, I'm not." But I also wanted to shout out, I know everybody's saying hello here, but I want to shout out the lurkers, not in a shady way, but there are some people who mentioned at homecoming, like, I watch your stuff, but I just don't comment. So Jason Elliott, I'm calling you out from the Go Generation. Jason was one of my homies from when I first started. Some of my stuff started way back with written blog. And Jason was my inspiration. So we were talking at homecoming. He says, I watch, I just don't chime in. So y'all feel comfortable to chime in. I think everybody's pretty nice here. We might have a battle royale every now and then, but for the most part, we good old friends in this chat. And also I want to say, hey, shout out to hashtag Team Replay. I also notice a lot of you all chime in for the replay. And keep the party going. And I'm going to need Team Replay through like the next week or two for these lives, because it's going to be a bit till we get this cruise content out. People are saying, hey, Sig, hey, Monet. So yeah, let's get into it. If you have any thoughts, questions, comments about anything I put out. Somebody said, get them, girl. I was getting them. Not really. I just had my legs out, but I was basically minding my business and meeting all my friends. I be talking junk, but I don't be doing a whole lot. But yeah, let's get into the cruise announcement since you all lovely people are here. But if you are following me on IG, I'll probably be posting some content from, if you're curious to see what HBCU homecoming is like, which is a hallmark in our community. Feel free to go to IG, CUSC_. And you'll probably get a couple of shorts coming out. Not my shorts, but shorts for IG, or what's this place? YouTube coming out. Because we're getting to the cruise announcement. So with all that said, girl, how you squeeze in 5? Jealous. Siobhan, so how I squeezed in 5 was I had to do some one, I booked way early. I booked early. So the two of these cruises I had booked a while out, and then I had some impulse buys. And Siobhan Parker, you were a part of one of the impulse buys because I was clearly in Amsterdam minding my business, and you were like, hey. So yeah, 2 pre-planned cruises a while out that were really great price, and then 3 impulse buys. And C is not allowed to do anything else after my December cruise until I think my Super Bowl cruise in February. But anyway, so what's the announcement? We are traveling on the Carnival Magic out of Miami. So here's the backstory with that one, because I have previously traveled Carnival Magic pre-vlog. And I hated it. Like it wasn't nothing bad. Like I watched the Parker's vlogs where like they had spilled some paint, and what else? People had the Magic when it was in New York, they were having all them fights. I cruised with my family a while back, and basically the Magic was like, I don't know, it's so widely spread out. But anyway, the Magic will have its first time in Miami. So I believe it left Norfolk Cruise Port sometime earlier this week. And I believe it's headed to Miami. And I believe my cruise will be the first one out of Miami. And it got some bomb ports, y'all. Bomb ports. Okay, let me get into the chat a little bit. Sig said the solo cruise, there are 5 cruises through December. Yes, through December. Yeah. I have a solo, a group, mini group, 2 more solos to recover from the mini group cruises. So, yeah, and then we'll be on a little bit of a hiatus until the plan is to be on a little bit of hiatus until February. However, I will say last night I was tinkering around with Royal Caribbean site because I noticed the final payment date happened on the 29th for Icon of the Seas. And I was tinkering around to see, if Icon of the Seas, had any room for little old me. I think it has room for me, but my pockets don't have room for it. So we'll see at the moment. Abundantly, it might fall in my lap. But I was looking last night, and it was interesting to see what became available. However, I would say that second cruise is semi-reasonable. The February 3rd one coming out of Icon, the second sailing. So we'll see. But yeah, I was kind of tinkering around. I was curious. But let's see. On the Go with Yellow. How many cruises y'all got? On the Go with Yellow says I only have 2 heading out tomorrow for Oasis, and then Celebration or Carnival. Then grounded to Icon. Well, I mean, that's not a bad mixture on the Go with YOLO. So yeah, I did Oasis of the Seas. It was cool. My 2024 cruise goal, since we're getting towards the end of the year, I'm working on moving through the Oasis class ships. So I did Oasis of the Seas, and then I'll be moving. Well, I wanted to go in order, but because of the pricing, and then one of the big ships is going to be, I think, Symphony. One of them is going to be over in Barcelona, so I had to wait for it to come back. But then when it comes back, it's going to be in New York, which is very accessible to DC. So that's my goals for 2024. Actually, I think some of y'all have heard me say this over and over again. I have 2024 booked fully. So I'm thinking, I've done Celebration. That was cool. But I'm thinking that Icon for me, I'm cool for you getting on there. I think Icon for me might be maybe 2025. We'll see, unless, I can make some magic happen. Sig is saying hello to Siobhan. Siobhan Parker says, yes, we will check it tomorrow. Oh, the box. Cool. Yeah. Folks are speaking to Kristen. So yeah, let's talk a little more about Carnival Magic. So I think this is my first time. So I told y'all Soul Carnival, and if you look at the title of this, this chat is called Second Chances. It's my second chance or second time on Carnival Magic. I can't remember if last time, I think it might have been out of Fort Lauderdale, and we did the ABC Islands. So I'm not sure if it was I had a bad time, or I was in that cusp of cruising. I was a certain age where cruising, you're no longer super young, and then you're no longer old and enjoy peace and quiet. So between the layout of the ship being just very long and stretched out, I wasn't excited. And then we had I found him terrible. I think he was the bee's knees. If you talk to some people back then, I think I was on Carnival Magic 2018, I believe. I had a great stop in Aruba, but the cruise director was kind of ugh. So all that to say, I think this is the first time. It's been a while since I booked a cruise for ports. And so I have not been. Did I tell y'all where it's going? It's going to hold on, I gotta look at my notes. It's going to San Juan, Puerto Rico, which I've flown into Puerto Rico, but I've never cruised into Puerto Rico. I will say flying into Puerto Rico, Puerto Rico was not my favorite place. I got some good pictures. It was great to experience. But I find their beaches kind of choppy and not super swimmable. But plan on going back to Puerto Rico. It'll be interesting to see what it's like to cruise into Puerto Rico and get that experience, because I hear from you all that, Puerto Rico is a favorite. I'm going to St. Thomas. I have flown into St. Thomas before. It'll be interesting to see cruising into St. Thomas. I think that one I might just hop on a cab or something and head to a beach. We'll see. I have I have big dreams, and then I get on some of these boats and I'm just a lounge chair and peace and quiet. Now we will be hitting country number 33. I'll be able to get to a new country. St. Martin is in this itinerary, so that's going to be fun. And I feel like I'm not going to try to do nothing super special. I want to see the infamous Maho Beach. One second. Some of Maho used to be known for the fence riding, when the planes would take off and then somebody was seriously injured or unalived. And so they stopped letting people ride the fence, but you can still see people fly or see the planes fly over. So I want to experience that, and that will be country number 33. So I get cruise number 17. I'll be 14 days away from my Carnival Platinum goal, and I get a new country, and then yeah, in the mix. So let's go into the chat, see what we got. Oh, and I get to go to Sig's favorite, Grand Turk. So, they always say like try to get something new for the blog, but being a creature of habit, I can see me getting back down to Jack Shack. So I am excited about this itinerary. I love Cruising Royal. Hey, I love Cruising Royal. Good to see you. I was watching your blog related to your monetization blog, your journey from getting your channel monetized. And I appreciate your authenticity. So thank you for coming in. She says, hey, C, everybody, I've never seen you live. Well, welcome. And thanks for chiming in. Hey, I love Cruising Royal. I was mentioning that my goal is to do Royal Big Ships next year. So any pointers that you may have, because I know you are a Royal Caribbean connoisseur. Folks are speaking. So yeah, what else I got? So yeah, I'm basically trying to figure out which any suggestions. Let me slow down. Any suggestions for where I should go for these ports? So again, I'm doing, or what do you all want to see? Because I know a few of you all are getting on Carnival Magic. I just happen to have especially some of you all getting on Carnival Magic for Thanksgiving. I just happen to have another cruise for Thanksgiving. So that's why this is that cruise. But if you all want to see something before you head out on the Magic, let me know and I'll try to catch it on camera, or at least get some information to answer any questions you might have. More than happy to do that for you, fam. Kristen saying, hey, Sig. Siobhan said hello to YOLO. Sig says, yes, we got at least 5 more lives minimum this year. I'm so excited that you're happy to have lives. I get nervous sometimes because I'm just like, are people like, I don't know. Well, I know for me, I like lives because I literally turn y'all on, like turn on the live, and you all help me through productivity. So I'll turn on lives. Honestly, I know y'all like, does she even have a job? Because half the day I'm letting my computer run and I'm doing work. So I love like Cruise Kibitz has one out. I haven't listened yet, but Cruise Kibitz has one out related to, I believe, insurance. I saw I need to click on today. I listened to Addie and Terry's live. Shout out to the people who were texting me that apparently I have an admirer that was in Rich and Jazz's lives. Now, friends, I will say I appreciate the admiration, but y'all don't make me nervous because like some of you all I know in person, like for real, and some of y'all I'm just hoping y'all aren't crazy people behind these avatars. So just also be mindful, I'm a solo cruising woman. So just, I appreciate, any admiration, but just, maybe DM or something, introduce yourself. Cause I don't want to, I get freaked out. I'm gonna be honest. I get freaked out, but I appreciate all those who are thinking of me, who appreciate the channel, who appreciate the content, who appreciate my personality. I just wanted to put out that disclaimer of I am a solo cruiser. So I have to be mindful of when I see certain things, I'm like, should I be nervous? On the Go with YOLO says, yay, on 1600. Thank you, On the Go with YOLO. I think I told y'all I'm not going to set no more goals before the end of the year. So we'll see what the end of the year brings, and then I'll make my 2024 channel goals. But I already know my 2024 cruise goals is getting on all them big royal ships to experience that. And I know I'm going to have a few land-based. I don't know. I'm debating between, what would y'all do if you were me, or if you have a preference? I am back and forth between, do I want to do a cruise for my birthday, or I have some friends who are going to Portugal, and I'm debating if I want to do a land-based and try to squeeze in a couple of countries if I fly into Portugal. Maybe do like Barcelona, that's a city, Barcelona, Spain, Morocco, I've been, but yeah. So I'm debating if I want to go with my friends or cruise. I'm debating. So what did y'all do in the chat? See, Sig is celebrating. Thank y'all. I appreciate the support. Kristen says, come on, 1600. I like nice round numbers. Siobhan is saying, thank y'all for the congrats, and really just, one, either being good friends or appreciating the channel's content. Who's that? Kelly. I'm looking forward to meeting you, Kelly. I got your text. I got your contact information. And I wasn't talking about you, Kelly, about the weird whatever. I was just talking about That wasn't weird, but you know what I mean. But no, I got your number, Kelly. And when I will try to remember, I like just hold it there so I don't lose it. But I will make sure whenever I get to the day I fly into Mass or to Melanet C to hit you up. So I did not ignore. I see it. I just didn't respond to your text. But yes, more than happy to connect. Solo cruiser to solo cruiser, Kelly. Keisha Butler says, I followed you over from Mass. Love the videos. Oh, cool. Well, good. Thank you, Keisha. Welcome in. Chime in. I talk a lot about solo travel, but I do a lot of country travel, cruise travel. So chime in with your expertise. We try to create a community over here where I'm not just talking to you, but we are, delivering all the good tips and knowledge that we have amongst each other. Hey, Shawana Creative Circle. I don't know how I wasn't subscribed to your channel, Shawana, but I realized when they did the Melanin at Sea content creator all call, and I went in my phone. I usually, whenever Rich does that, I try to go down the line, and everybody usually supports whoever says that they're a creator. And I was like, I know I've seen her channel stuff. And so for some reason, I'm not sure if I double tap subscribe or what, but sometimes I wasn't subscribed to your channel, but now I am now. So it's fixed. Shervon says, talking about homecoming. She said, when I saw Rare Essence, I was so mad. I love me some go-go. Yeah, so Shervon is talking about again, Hampton homecoming has evolved because we have a new president. And when I say that man, I'm like, now look, Dr. Williams, now don't let the books come up short because we're going to have some questions. When I say that man pulled all the stops, DJ Envy usually donates his services because he is a Hampton grad. So I heard he was on the yard DJing during the tailgate. I didn't go over there. But on Friday, we had this big thing called Pirate Island, and basically all the food trucks were free. We had Big Boy, and apparently they did guest artists. So we knew Big Boy was coming, but we didn't know he brought Sleepy Brown. Look, now she's acting old. I think it's Sleepy Brown. DC had Rare Essence. And then they brought out DJ Q with the Let Me Clear My Throat. We didn't know he was going to be performing. He was in town. SWV came out. They had a drone show. So I'm like, look, Williams, them books might not come up short, but it was a whole different experience. They let us in the game for free. So I had to go back and donate to my alma mater. So, for those college heads, make sure y'all donate to your schools because they're trying to really get the alumni involved. And I will say for me, and this homecoming, unlike other homecomings, because of like the stuff that was, I don't know if y'all follow some of the stuff that's been going on, but like over the last year, HBCUs have been getting like threats to campus. I know Morgan and Bowie State had some incidents that happened on their campus. And then as you all know, the dude in Maine was still at large while we were in homecoming. And there was a bit of a fear going on around campus of just thinking about like, what if? But I will say the university did a really great time of like protecting our peace and letting us, like you could tell security was very present. And I would say they looked like they were about that life. But we were able to have a good time under all the present circumstances. So I appreciated that. Carla G says the OJs. Wow. Yeah. Because the old president's cousin is Smokey Robinson. So we would get like, they would announce the homecoming concert and we'd be like, yo, we're 30 somethings. Like, don't nobody want to see the OJs. I mean, sorry if you do. Sig probably wants to Sig, you want to see the OJs? I don't know. But yeah, I don't, because Sig goes through generations. I'm not playing with Sig, but Sig be pulling out and Parker on the Goes Live. Sig be pulling out groups that we ain't never heard before. But they're not as homecoming spirit inducing as some people would imagine. So Romer says, hello all, hope everything is well. Welcome in, Romer. Thanks for being here. Who else you got? Folks are saying hello. Hey, Janelle, good to see you. And yeah, Janelle, actually, you were mentioning your Euro cruise, and I was looking to see if I could do that while I'm in Portugal. I was over there, but I don't know. I'm debating. I'm going back and forth. Like, do I want to do a cruise for my birthday or do I want to say cruises says call them out? Yes, if you are lurking. But hello, lurkers. I'll take lurkers too. So hello, 36 people chatting and or lurkers and also hashtag team replay. You are all welcome. I am more than fine with that. I understand we are busy people probably listening. Hey, Iris is saying hey from the DMV. Hey, DMV fam. Siobhan says not the cakes and pies. Siobhan, I had them out. It was 80 degrees this weekend. 80 whole degrees. And so I was just like, there's never been, usually Hampton homecomings, the issue is like, because we're right on the water, it starts warm and it gets really cold or it rains. So yeah, I was like 80 degrees. I'm packing these shorts. And now I got to repack them for this cruise on later this week. So on the go with YOLO says, I don't think it's a big on the go. I just wanted to put out a bit of a disclaimer because at first I was going to say I wasn't paying attention to it. And now it's not the end of the world, but I was just kind of like, I will acknowledge, like I was kind of texting some of the women that I know on the side who had texted me. And I was like, they're like, how do you feel? And I was just like, this is interesting. That was the first, but I want to say that people have good intentions. But it is sometimes as a solo cruiser, I like even now announcing like I'm going on a cruise. Now I'm like, do I tell people too much information? So yeah. Anywho, change the subject. Okay, Siobhan says CWC got the C's and P's, cakes and pies. A play off of what is it called? Travel Sprees, L's and T's. Hey, Travel Spree had the L's and T's, and I'll have the C's and P's. I like it. I like it a lot. Six and Siobhan will do that to you. Check that mailbox, girl. Siobhan says, because we love to cruise with friends. Yeah, no. Honestly, oh yeah, it took me a little bit to figure out what y'all were talking about. I'm a little behind. Yeah, I was happy. I was like, oh, they thought of me. But I will say, like, at the moment, I was sitting there like, I gotta pay off this Beyonce ticket. But I also was like, I'm not gonna miss this opportunity. Because one, I don't think I haven't hung with Sig or Parker's on the go. Yeah, because when Parker's on the go came to Baltimore, I couldn't stay because it was Hampton Howard game. So I didn't get to kick it with them then. And I haven't hung with Sig since Thanksgiving of a celebration. So yeah, I was like, I got to get on this. So we made it happen. And the good news is I was fiscally sound and that cruise was paid off in cash. So yes, even though I made an impulse buy, I made a responsible impulse buy and was able to save the money and pay it off, put it on how I like to save and pay. I think I want to do a video about this. But I need a cute background, I feel like, to do this video. And I get my hair braided tomorrow, but I need to get my hair done to have a cute little video. But I'm thinking I will do a video on like how I save for cruises and like what's my system. Because I will be very honest with y'all. I was a person who would just impulse buy a cruise or buy travel and was like, ooh, who gonna pay for this later? So now last year I became more intentional, and I told y'all about the app I use to set aside money, and then when it's time, pay off the cruise. And I might use my card just to get the points and the perks. Also, I use my card for travel insurance, especially my Visa. But I try not to like let too much like a debt accumulate on that. So, yeah, all that to say, I impulse bought with a purpose and was able to pay it off. Sig Cruiser says, nice. I've sailed the Magic 3 times. That was a pre-pause though. Yeah, Sig, I was watching your Magic videos and I was trying to get a inkling of the reminder of the layout. Like I remember when I was on the Magic, they had like a simulator, like what is it called? A virtual reality simulator that they may or may not have replaced. I wonder what they replaced. And it was like a movie theater on the side. I think they were trying to get their Disney on. So I'll be interested to see. I will say what I liked. I don't make sure I don't harp too much on like, don't like is good to know too. But what I liked about the Magic was, and the Vista, was they have that one level that has like couches around. It looks over the Lido deck, but it's covered. So my plan is hopefully when I cruise on the Magic, it was a newer ship, so everybody would get there and chair hog all day. So I was not able to sit there, but I'm hoping because this is a off-season cruise, off-peak cruise, that I'll be able to get in that little seat. I have pre-ordered my book. I plan on reading the new what is it called? Hunger Games book. I heard that somebody told me that's a good book for cruising. It's light and airy, not too heavy. So yeah, I plan on being perched there when I'm not at those new exciting ports. Siobhan says, yes, we were on the Magic for the Paint Hazard cruise. It pushed us over 1K. Yeah, I mean, dangerous. I'm glad y'all were fine. I'm hoping for like, no, y'all, I wouldn't even know what to do. Like, I feel like I would witness a viral moment on a cruise and I feel like I would freeze up. Like, I don't think I would be able to pull out my camera and do it. like catch it, or I don't know. Because I've never been on a cruise where like a fight happened. I think on Legend I heard like a couple of teens kind of get like a little loud, but like they didn't, nothing happened. Um, I don't know what I would. Yeah, I would freeze. But yeah, that paint hazard cruise was wild because I'm like, how do you paint? You mix paint cleaners and paint. Yeah, that was interesting. And I'm watching the videos where people were like, do they take the payout and sign away that they won't sue again? That was interesting to watch. And then that happened on the heels of they had that big brawl when Magic was in New York. So I'm hoping they sage the girl on her way down to Miami. And when I get on, we're just happy cruising and I can get y'all, get a good feel of what's going on the ship. But I'm curious to see the layout of the Magic because that's something I really don't remember. And I know the Venezia is supposed to be similar to the Magic, but I've been on that cruise in 2018 or on Magic in 2018. I want to see what it's like. Sig says, that tinkering will get you into trouble. Kelly says she's going on Mass 2.0 and just Mass and 2.0. Girl, I didn't know just. I honestly think I'm gonna have to for next year. I'll probably only do one Mass cruise because the ones that I have lined up for personal goals are like super expensive for a solo cruiser. But girl, I know just Mass 2.0 and 3.0. That was them things be adding up. But they're always a good time. Always a good time. So yeah, looking forward to meeting you on Mass 2.0. And it's a good plug. Next live will be November 13th. And I'm thinking I want to do people who have sailed on Mass before who want to come up and talk, like have a shared screen and because we usually get really excited that time, right? It's the week leading up to the cruise and everybody's like texting and calling and in the group chatting. So I'm thinking for that live for the Mass cruise, maybe bringing up people who it'll be their first time, people who have cruised Mass before, repeats to see, just we talk and talk about what we're looking forward to and any thoughts. So what do y'all think about that? Like a Mass, not reunion, but like a prequel. I don't know, but people who are selling, we'll see. D Monet says, I had a ball on the Magic in 2017 for my B-Day cruise. Oh, the good old days. Flashback. Okay, that's good to know. And I think the cruise director now is a little better, like actually more exciting. I ain't gonna drag who the cruise director was when I was on there, but yeah, he wasn't. And it was wild because it was like Matt Mitchum. I had my first cruise back when I started, like I went to my first cruise in 1996, and then my second cruise was Vista. So 1996 to all the way up to Vista, I think that was 2017. Maybe we skipped one year. I think it was 2017 for Vista or 2018. And Matt Mitchum was like the dude. And then I think 2019, yeah, was the Magic for me. And that dude was like, and so I was like, do I really like this cruising thing? And then my family started cruising together more, and I finally caught the cruise bug. Karen says, hey, C, how are you? Hey, Big Money Karen. I am doing well. Good to see you here in the live, friend. Kristen says, Carnival has some good casino deals and BIFP. I was looking yesterday. Really? Because I feel like they fell. I am still stuck on that $25 cruise I got on Carnival Pride in 2021. Not that I should get anything that low, but maybe I should peep into the VIP deals. I got an email saying that they're like book now before your deal expires. But for me, I think like next year is not going to be a heavy year on Carnival. I have one Carnival cruise book next year. But Royal's going to get my coins next year because I want to try those huge ships. I'm trying to think who else is getting my coins. Celebrities get my coins next year. Yeah, I'm probably forgetting somebody, but I'll look at my BFFP deals and they talk in my language. I might, dip my toe in the pool a little bit. On the go with Yellow says, yep, after Oasis, I will only have Symphony to do. Oh, that's cool. And I believe Symphony is the one that's moving to New York soon. So yeah, that's awesome. Awesome. Hey, Team Reese, welcome in. Folks are speaking to Team Reese. Who else we got here? Karen says, I have one cruise this year and two next year. Oh, and I just bumped into Karen on the Venezia. Hey Siri, nobody's talking to you, girl. Sorry, Siri was minding my business. So yeah, Karen, I bumped into you on the Venetia, so that was good to see you. Wait, was the Venetia your one cruise, or you have one more? Curious. And then your two is your two going to be Carnival? Or are you switching them up? Folks are speaking. Adrian says. Adrian says, "Hey, seeing you twice a year is way too much for me." Adrian, you only see me for like 30 minutes though. Cause everybody be on like 3 different ranges. Cause I don't think I only saw you during the you were babysitting your liquor during the bar crawl. So Kelly is saying, hey to Team Reese. Karen's on the go yellow says, Karen, I have 6 books for 2024 and one already for 2025. Yeah, on the go yellow. I have 2 booked for 2025. And then I will say I won't drag my feet on Star of the Seas, even though I know she won't have as much hype as Icon. I'll probably get on Star of the Seas. I was trying to be intentional about the channel. I was like, yes, I want that first look. But I was like, nah, I would have had to be prepared. So I'm like, all right, we're not missing no inaugurals or not too many inaugurals after this. But I think I might have to take the L on the Icon. But I have booked one for 2022. I'm sorry, 2 for 2025. And then, yeah, I booked all of my 2024. So yeah, on the go with Yellow, are you booked with who? Which are you doing all the same line? You mixing them up? What you got? Siobhan says, oh, we had a bad, dang, y'all had a bad cruise director on the Magic too. Sheesh. Yeah, my guy was like, and it was wild because everybody was hyping him up. And I was just like, he is so low energy. Or maybe it could have been he was just because I was coming fresh off Matt Mitchum. I don't know, but he wasn't giving. And not that I need a whole lot from a cruise director, but I just needed him to give a little more. So let's see. Carla says my Opportune app is doing well. By the way, whew. Cool. Yeah, and for those of y'all, Opportune is how I save for my cruises. So basically, Opportune is an app that helps you save. So it tracks I think it's like a small fee every month to like maybe a fee of $4.99 or $5.99. But basically, it looks at your bank account and it takes money from your bank account and puts it into savings for like whatever goal you might have. So basically, it watches like, oh, she didn't buy that cup of coffee that she usually buys, and it just sends it over. And then as I get closer to cruises, I kind of chunk a little more money, but it's saving up as we go. So right now, I'm saving for 2 cruises. I'm saving for Parker on the Groves group cruise and one my family cruise using the Opportune app. And what I do is once I pay one off, I add another cruise goal. And that way, my goal is to not be incurring debt. And I can just basically I put it on my card just to get the points, and then I have the cash to. So that's my Opportune app hack. And that's the video that if any of you are a content creator roundtable, that's the video that I want to create, basically a stretch video, like more how to versus like I like doing the cruise videos, but I feel like I should give y'all a little like more tips. Iris says, love St. Thomas. Awesome. Cool beans. Yeah. I flew into St. Thomas once and we went over to St. John, stayed with a homegirl, and I got like the authentic experience where like we were living off a cistern. So basically you didn't let the water run because like whatever the rainwater was your water for the trip. But when I was in St. Thomas, we went to Magens Bay. But the best beach is Trunk Bay. Now, I will say I recommend Trunk Bay for more of your advanced beach goers because it is not a like what is it called? It's not a like a resort style beach. So there's no loungers. It's a traditional beach experience where you'll see locals. They like to sit in the, like we like to like sit in the lounger, get tanned, and have a umbrella. Locals like to sit up in the bushes, the trees and stuff when they go to the beach. So when you go to St. John, Trunk Bay in St. John, it's lit, but you get in the water, it can be 5 feet deep, and like you can see your feet. But you have to just bring a towel. There's no extra amenities there, but it's also great for snorkeling. So if you ever go to St. John, highly recommend Trunk Bay if you are like a beach lover that doesn't need amenities, but you're just there for the great water. On the go with Yellow is saying nice. Kristen says that's a good itinerary. Check out Casa Bacardi in the PR. Yeah, Kristen, I've done Casa Bacardi. It was a good experience. I mean, I would have to do it for camera, but when we went, somehow we finagled like 10 tickets. So we had extra drink tickets. So unless somebody wants to see Casa, I'm also, is it, Kristen, let me know, like, is it cruisable though? Because I know you have to catch a ferry, right? I thought we called it, I'm trying to remember, or maybe it was where I was staying in Puerto Rico. But I feel like I caught a ferry. I don't know. But I'm just wondering if it's a good choice for cruising because you got to catch the ferry. But I'm also wondering, do we catch a ferry because of where we were staying? We were staying in the Condado area. So let me know. But yeah, I enjoyed that. And that Dragonberry, the Casa Bacardi put me on the Dragonberry. Phil and D says, I love St. Martin. Is it St. Martin or St. Martin? St. Thomas. We hit those ports on the Harmony a few years back. Awesome. If you feel indeed, y'all have any tips for what to do in St. Martin and St. Thomas? I was watching, who was I watching? Your favorite couple. It's particularly their St. Martin blog because I have no idea what to do there. I think I got some ideas. Basically, I can catch a cab and the cabs aren't too crazy. But I'm interested in like other things, trying to, be different, but I also want to see the staples. Everybody loves St. Thomas and St. Martin. Okay, I got a decent itinerary. On the go with Yellow has a question. On the go for Kristen, she's asking, is Casa Bacardi a resort? Casa Bacardi is the Bacardi factory. And what's the cool part about it is it's free entry. They might have a reserve tasting if you when I went, I don't know, they might have like a reserve tasting, but we did the free entry and they give you drink tickets. And here's a tip. If you walk in separately, am I supposed to give y'all sneaky stuff? I feel bad. I'll just tell you what happened with my group. And we did not have ill intentions, but this is what happened. I went with a group of like 5 ladies and we were kind of like spread out. Like a couple ladies went to the bathroom. So a couple of us walked in. We're like, oh, we have a group of 5. So they gave us 10 drinking tickets. I believe you get 2 drinks per person. So then the ladies behind us walk in and they're like, we got drink tickets. And we're like, we got drink tickets too. So all that to say, choose your own adventure with that information. No malicious intent, but that's just what happened with my group. But yeah, and then at the end, you get to choose a variety of flavors of Bacardi at the Bacardi factory. So yep, and I believe it's free, but I can't remember. The only issue is I can't remember how to get there. We were staying in Puerto Rico in a hotel, so we had time for like navigating all the things. But I remember it was like a ferry ride, then a cab, then a quick walk, or maybe in the opposite order, but it was a bit to get there. Team Reese is saying, all right now, hitting multiple goals in one trip. Girl, I try. Or if it's Ray, I try. But yeah, it's going to be, I'm looking forward to getting to some new ports because I'm okay with going to Nassau, but every now and then it's like cool to get like a new set of ports in. So Kristen says she's finally downloaded it. We need a video opportunity. Okay, I'll have to work on it. My goal is I want to get my hair done, and 2, I need to get to my homegirl has bought all these wallpapers, so I want to use her house to record that video in. So I've been dragging my feet between coordinating our schedules and whatever hairdo I'm gonna have before recording it. But it will be probably my first like informational video. Okay, anyway, Gina says, love St. Thomas, haven't been there in a while though. Okay, cool. Everybody's okay, so I have a bomb itinerary. Okay, Monet says Maho Beach is hella overrated. Overrated. That's funny. It looks small in the video, Monet. I would just go just to see it. I want to lay eyes on it myself because I was just always enamored. One, I love planes. I love plane spotting. I am not the most comfortable flyer, but I love watching planes. So I kind of want to just witness it, but I can see the overrated vibes possibly there, but I want to experience it for myself still. Now the question is it cheap to get to? Because don't have me going to expensive and it's overrated. So let me know. Oh, so it's different. Oh wait. Oh, you're answering on the goes question. House of Bacardi rum is Casa de Bacardi. Um, Let me see. Sig is saying, "Oh yes, I only go to Jack Shack. I can never pass that up." Yeah, and it's good. It's a nice beach down there, Sig too. Jack Shack. It's not a whole bunch of people. It's just that hike. They gotta figure. Is now Sig. Let the people know. Is there a workaround for not having to walk all the way through the sand? Like, is there an alternative? Is there a taxi that would take me down a paved road or something? Because when I say my calves were burning trying to get to Jack Shack, Jesus. All right. Kristen H says they offer a tour that comes with drinks and a cocktail class. Yep, I do. Yep. And you get to try different types of Bacardi that, like, but yeah, that Dragonberry Bacardi was it. Iris says Megan's Bay on St. Thomas in the mountaintop. Cool. Yeah, I'll probably do Megan's Bay. I did mountaintop before. Outside of their banana daiquiri, I don't think I want to get up there, but I know there's people who want to get up for the views. So if you're interested in the views, but definitely Megan's Bay. Megan's Bay is the beach for St. Thomas for sure. But the mountaintop experience is good. Like I recommend tours like that have like Megan's Bay, mountaintop, like anytime I go to a new island, particularly on cruises, I try to do like the quick, whatever tour that kind of gives me the most, like a bunch of spots to see so I can be oriented. And then the next time I go back, I'm going to do the thing I really like. So I've done St. Thomas with a friend. Her uncle took us around the island. So I'm familiar with like some of the, what is it called? Some of the places. But that Megan's Bay, I definitely want to go back. I want to go back. And that's also it's a no frills beach, but it's not as no frills as Trunk Bay. But I still think Trunk Bay is better than Megan's Bay, but Megan's Bay has more amenities in regards to you can rent a beach chair, etc. Trunk Bay actually sits on a bit of like a marine reserve or a reef or something like that, so they don't allow all the things. But it's really good beach. Kirsten says you can also seal your own bottle at Casa de Bacardi. Cool. But yeah, I didn't know. Is it cruisable? Does anybody know, is Casa Bacardi something you can do on a cruise ship? Or would you recommend like it has to be a longer day? Because, caveat. Carnival's, my trip will only be, it's in port 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. So is that enough time? Chin Reese Travel says, I want to see IG stories from St. Thomas. We'll be there in a couple weeks. Your wish is my demand. I will try to take IG stories. And now that I have a separate phone, as y'all can see from Homecoming, I was able to keep up because I had an extra phone that wasn't dying on me. I am a vlogger with my phone. I don't have a fancy camera. I don't know if I'll ever want to do a fancy camera setup because I think these are more discreet than the fancy cameras as a solo cruiser. But yeah, having the extra equipment has been helpful of catching more content because I was a crazy person with my camera with pictures and stuff this weekend. On the go with Yola says, yes, I saw they were scheduled already. LOL. She says, I agree with working and then comment when I hear something I want to comment on. Okay, that's how you watch lives. Yeah. Yeah, I agree too. Like, I know people are paying attention, but like, I love to fold my clothes. So any of y'all who do regular lives, if you cancel, I have an attitude because that means either I won't be able to cook dinner. That means I won't be able to wash clothes, fold clothes. So I know your lives aren't about me, but those are my times I'm like organizing my life. But here I am like needing y'all to comment to keep the party going because it is hard to run a live as a solo cruiser. Okay, sorry. Kelly says, I sent you a DM. Did you get it? Yes, Kelly, I got it. And I just didn't respond back. But my plan is to reach out when I get to Miami when I fly in. And I think I get to Miami. Usually I try to get the first flight out. I don't know why. I think because of those prices for oh, okay. I'm sorry. I was hearing weird noises. My bad. It's my computer fan turning on. I was like, wait a minute. I think usually I try to catch the first flight out. But for that one, I am flying the day before, but I'm catching like a 3:00 flight. So I don't think I'll get into Miami until 5:40. So I'll be probably getting there right when the mixer starts. But I'll make sure I hit you up. And if I don't hit you up, I'll make sure I introduce myself at the party. LK family says, I'm always working when my faves go live. I try to make sure my earbuds are always charged. We appreciate the support, LK family. And, thanks for letting your presence be known. And hey, 47 people, make sure y'all hit that thumbs up, like button. And thanks for being here. All right. Well, I gotta go. Okay, I gotta go fast. We gotta catch up. Oh Lord. Thank y'all. Y'all are chatting today. I went too far. Okay, Marlo Beach is over it. There we go. Okay, sorry, I lost it. Team Reese is speaking. Oh yeah, Team Reese says, I know that's right. Safety first. Yeah, and I'm very personable, but my mom ain't raised no fool, so I always want to do safety first as a solo cruiser. I appreciate safe spaces or spaces that I know are safe. Who's this? I love cruising. Royal says, first of all, thank you. Secondly, when you go to Grand Turk, go to Margaritaville, and the GJ. Oh, the DJ. Sorry, the DJ is wonderful. If it's just a growl, she's got dreads, getting lazy. She's so cool, amazing time. And Oasis of the Seas is your fate, really? After being on all those royal ships, Oasis of the Seas. Okay, that's cool. When I was on Oasis, it was amazing to have so many people who they literally just sell Oasis. Like there was a bunch of I got on Oasis of the Seas out of Bayonne, and there were people who like almost lived on the ship. Like they were like, yeah, this is my 20th cruise on Oasis of the Seas. So Kristen says, baby, they're looking for a seat with a flashlight in these YouTube streets. I appreciate it, but I also have to be wise. So yeah, I just want to put that that out there. But I appreciate it. I appreciate the appreciation. There we go. Mo Taylor says, let's hit that button, folks. Thank you, Mo. Well, and welcome in. You know how to jump in. Appreciate you. On the go, Yellow says, do Portugal. Okay, we got one vote for Portugal. I love Cruising Royal says, play. Oh, one of the C's has Mason jar, which is amazing, and Symphony has Jamie's. And they said, let me tell you what's one to pick. I'll tell you what things you gotta do. Okay, cool. Thanks for letting me know. And you know what? I love Cruising Royal. When I was on Oasis, this lady was because I think Oasis of the Seas had like Giovanni's, but I heard Jamie's is significantly better, more of a home cooking situation. So yeah, I'll be on Symphony sometime next year. And I had it in order, and then I had to go out of order because I had to get on the cheapest cruise. So I had to move them around, but I wanted to go Allure, the next girl, and the next girl. But I had to go out of order. But anywho, okay, so it looks like Portugal's winning. Okay, we're going to Portugal, friends, I believe. So cool, good to know. So I'm cool. Y'all like cruising, but we also like land-based vacations. All right, so I can bring that to you. More than happy to, and you'll probably get to see some of the travel crew. Because I think it's going to be like an African music fest, so that should be fun to watch. Iris says she's going to be on Scarlet Lady, Celebrity Ascent. She just booked Sisterhood Sea 2024 on Valiant Lady. Awesome. Those are very nice cruises. Very nice cruises. I enjoy it. I've only so far done Scarlet Lady. Yeah. I've only done Scarlet Lady. And I appreciate it feels like a simple design, but I appreciate that Virgin kind of like spreads people out. So like the dining venues look like your neighborhood restaurants, and they're tucked away in nooks and crannies. And I like ships with nooks and crannies, or you walk around the corner and you're like, ooh, there's a whole bar here. Or, ooh, there's a whole restaurant here. So I think I like that Virgin offers that. Amelia says, hello, lady. Good to see you. My solo cruise mentor. Hi, Amelia. I feel like those are big shoes to follow. Hopefully I'm setting a good example. Happy to provide any tips. On the go says, Mason jar is my favorite on Wonder of the Seas. Even the country music. I love whiskey, bourbon, and scotch. So yeah, that tracks. Cool. Yeah, I booked Wonder for next year. And that Wonder price, and I booked Wonder. Wonder is booked for late next year. And that price is still up there. So Royal is racking up with because I thought, okay, with Icon and Utopia coming out, Wonder might come down a couple notches. Nope. Mo Taylor says, have you cruised out of Galveston? I'm trying to figure out the best hotel to stay prior to my cruise in January. Mo, these seasoned saints in the chat can help you. I have not cruised out of Galveston yet. I will be cruising out of Galveston in May 2024. right? Or did I sneak another cruise in before it? I think I'm going out of Galveston twice next year. But I think the first time I'm going is May 2024. And my mom might have booked, she booked something close to the port. If you Mo Taylor, if you comment on the live, the question like where to stay, I'll let you know what we booked because I think it was a decent hotel. But I know Parker's on the go, and if your favorite couples in the chat, and if Phil and D are in the Texas area, so they can drop some recommendations too. See, we talk to each other. Iris says, I'll miss Jiho this weekend. I haven't been in decades. Jiho, I heard, is a beast. So I have some friends heading to Jiho on Thursday. Jiho is North Carolina A&T's greatest homecoming on earth. But I think y'all, A&T gets it. Like Hampton doesn't have a tailgate culture. Well, we're building our tailgate culture because previously, like I said, you had to know somebody and people were stingy. Like I remember this girl was like, I'm like, man, this is a Costco cake. Like it's $42 for 100 slices. Simmer down. And she wasn't trying to share a cake. And I'm like, now Hampton's starting to realize, like, okay, if you're hosting homecoming, you know, there are gonna be people who just gotta be a little hospitable. But I think A&T gets homecoming culture. So you need to get back to Jiho, all that to say. But it also seems hard to do Jiho because it seems like everything sells out and y'all got to walk far to get down there. So, but girl, get back to your homecoming, reconnect to your university. I had to find a homecoming crew because my homecoming homegirls, it's Smokey Brown, not Smokey Brown, Sleepy Brown. Thank you, Siobhan. But like my homecoming crew, my girls don't come back. The people I was best of friends, good friends with in college, we still talk, but they don't come back to homecoming. So I had a couple years where I had to like formulate a homecoming crew, and now I have my homecoming crew. So and now I have like the tents that I go to. So now it's getting to the point that I almost could go to homecoming by myself because I know I'm going to run into some folks. But yeah, get back to university because it's a good time. It's very restorative. Iris is saying nice, Sleepy Brown. My age is telling on me. Siobhan says, what? DJ Clue, I would have acted a pure fool. It's funny because if you listen hard to all of my vlogs or my IG stories, you hear me like singing or screaming in the background. So with Morgan and Bowie. So we were on high alert during homecoming because of those two situations. Sig is saying, I think I'll pass on the OJs this time around. Oh, Sig, you don't want, Sig, who would you want at your homecoming concert, Sig? Because sometimes your music choices, we all be like, huh? We're on the Talk to Me Thursday. I Love Cruising Royal says, I don't drink whiskey, but I had the purple drink. And she had the mason jar dinner ribs. And for brunch, she ate everything. Okay, so mason jar seems like it has a strong following here in the chat. Leanne says, hey, COC and family, did I miss the announcement? Maybe, but we're going on Carnival Magic. This is, we have our Monday meetup. I don't go live every week, but when I go live, I usually go live the Monday before we travel. And because we have so much travel coming up, we are going live pretty consistently recently. But yeah, I'll be on the Carnival Magic, and I think the Magic, this will be the first time the Magic is selling out of, the Magic is heading to Miami. So this will be the first selling of the Magic out of Miami in a bit of a time. I won't say a long time, but I know the Magic has been parked in Norfolk. Norfolk Cruise Port is doing some upgrades. I believe the Carnival Sunshine, because Charleston decided to bougie for cruises. So Charleston's kicking everybody out of their cruise ports. So I believe the Sunshine is coming to the Sunshine is coming to Norfolk at the end of 2024. And that's something that's another cruise goal. I'll probably be selling out of Charleston before they stop the cruise port. Kelly says, if you are lurking, please hit that like button. Please, lurkers, just at least, hit a little like that button for your girl. Sig says, you do have to be safe as a solo cruiser. That's understandable. Thank you, Sig. Yes, I appreciate that. Thank you. Put it on a shirt. The C's and P's. Nah, I'm gonna let Travel Spree have their inspiration. But yes, you will be getting C's and P's sometimes, every now and again in these cruise vlogs. Siobhan says, hey, you paid it off in cash is amazing. Yeah, that just comes with, but I will say, like, I'll be very frank with y'all. I had gotten to a good grip of debt with not just my cruise, but like just travel in general, because it's like somebody pop up a trip and I'm like, oh, I got to go. And then I want to go on this cruise. So now what I said is it helps me kind of map out my money and make sure, because we got to have cruise goals. We also have to have financial goals. So Kristen says, we are covered over here. And I don't believe it's like a stalk or anything like that. But I just had to kind of put on mic, I appreciate, but I'm a solo cruiser and I don't want to be in the next cruise looking over my shoulder. Gina's World says, what's the saving apps again? It's called Opportune. It used to be called Digit, and then Digit got bought out, and so now it's OPPORTUN. And I need to do that dang on video like tomorrow. Keisha H, welcome. Keisha saying, hey, no problem for the laugh. Amelia says, I love the Carnival Magic. Sold it 3 times. Okay. So I hope y'all left good vibes on the Carnival Magic. Yeah. And then I'm interested in see what the cruise director is Magic Mike. So I heard he's a little bit of a ball of energy, allegedly. We shall see. Cruise Sig saying, oh yes, I love that deck above the Lido. That's covered in big couches. Folks are speaking. She said, I felt like Magic had an interesting layout. Yeah, I feel like for Vista and Magic, I remember distinctly saying it just felt really long, like really long ships for no reason. So hopefully I don't know, but the good part is I don't like cruising the same ship over and over. Like I like to switch it up personally. So I'm hoping that it's been long enough for me to forget some of the elements on the Magic. But I do distinctly remember, because it was one of my favorite things, that the Lido area that like was covered, the deck above the Lido that was kind of covered with a bunch of couches. Phil and Dean says, oh, love a good mass live. Let's do it. Okay. So November 13th, if you are will be new to mass, if you will be returning, I'll host StreamYard and I'll figure out a way to share the link to invite you all up. I got to figure out a way to do this. Ooh, logistics. What do the other people do? I don't know. I would say like email me if you're interested in coming up. I also probably can do it on the fly. I'm just trying to make sure, like, I gotta have a security element. I would have to know you for sure before you can come up. Yeah, if you're interested in doing the mass live, maybe I'll put a community post. Thank you. I had logistics. If you want to join like the kind of pre-cruise get excited. I'm gonna be a new mass cruiser. I'm an old mass cruiser, whatever. Live. Email me at cawc@gmail and I'll get you the link. And yeah, we can kick off the cruise week running our mouths like we'll be doing on the ship. It will be a great time. She says, will your live be later that night, since that is the last Zoom call? Will your live be later? Oh, shoot. We can't do it. Oh, snap. Okay. Logistics. Thank you, Kelly. See, this is why we have logistics. Yeah, we have a Zoom call. So it might not happen. We might not be able to pull everybody. I don't know. I have to look at what time is the Zoom call? 8? Because I know it's going to take us like an hour and a half. And that will put us like really late. Or we have to go early. I don't know. We have to pray on it. We're going to have to pray on it. But thank you, Kelly. I completely forgot. I know we have one more live we have one more Zoom to prepare for mass, but I did not realize it was that day. Ooh, let me put it in my calendar. Thank you. Mass 2.5 leaving on Meraviglia this Sunday. Yacht Club. All right. Yacht Club from Meraviglia. I've heard there's a yacht club hack. And I was told to try to go ahead and bid for your interior, because some people have been getting balcony upgrades. But I will say, don't take my word for that. But I've heard that's a bit of a hack. But enjoy and come back and let us know how Yacht Club life is, because I'll be curious about what that service is like. Who else we got? People are speaking. Not babysitting the liquor. Yeah. All right, we got Karen is going on Mass 2.0. Oh, so Karen, I will see you. Okay, cool. 2.0, 3.0, and Carnival Horizon for birthday for ABC Islands. Nice itinerary. And Horizon is one I want to get on. I heard that ship has a lot of personality. But I don't know when I'll be able to book Horizon. And she's one of the Carnival ships that like her prices don't come there either. Folks are saying they booked Celebrity Accent with MH Adventures. Cool way to support Black travel agents. Gina says I did the Horizon selling on ABC. It was great. Awesome. Yep. Amelia, it was him. It was him. I had a terrible time with him. Oh my God. He was getting so much hype. And I was like, why? I think he recently was promoted to do something. But yeah, when I cruised, it was like everybody was like, oh yeah, he's like the next thing to Matt Mitchum, and he wasn't Mitchum. And On the Go with Yellow says I've mostly been on Royal Caribbean, and their first MSC Celebrity and Princess will be their cruise goals. Team Reese says I need the app. I know it's on iPhone. I don't know if it's Droid, but it helps me. I just basically have to set only 2 cruises for it to save for. Otherwise, it'll be taking too much of my money. I also use it to like save for my like alumni donation year. So whenever I'm having a reunion year with Hampton, I start saving like 2 years out. Using opportunity usually gets me to my goal. I love Cruising Royal says I booked for next year, but only one is guaranteed. I still have to get the time approved. We'll know in February. Oh, girl. See, you're better than me. I love Cruising Royal because I be gone and be hoping. I be booking stuff and just hoping that my supervisor's gonna say okay. And it's funny because I had my yearly, what is it called? My annual review. And my supervisor's like, you do a really good job at self-care. Because I'll be cruising. I'll be taking them hours, baby, because I ain't leaving nothing on the table. Karen says, how's it traveling to Europe solo? Thinking about it for 2025. Where have I been solo in Europe? Paris was my first solo trip ever. Paris reminded me much of DC, so I would recommend Paris solo. I did a day in London solo en route to South Africa. Where else in Europe? I did Greece. I recommend Greece. Greece was good. Greece is really good. Yeah, Greece was excellent for solo because strong English, especially if you're kind of worried about like language barriers. So I liked Greece. Where else? Oh, I went to Budapest solo. That was cool. Budapest was really clean. Don't make me go about my other app. My other app is the Bin app, which tracks all my cities. But I think I've named all the places I've been in Europe for solo. Let me see. Europe. So I've been to France solo. I've been to Greece solo. I went to Hungary, Budapest. Oh, I went to Italy. Italy was cool, but Italy was that's where I was like, oh, I can feel the racism. It wasn't like too intrusive. It was very subtle. A guy was like basically mocking me like I was walking like a horse. It was interesting. But I honestly think like if you stupid enough to be racist, why do I gotta pay attention to you? Unless it's something very overt and becomes dangerous. So I was just like, joke's on you. You were the trash man anyway. Sorry if anybody's a trash man here. No shade. But where else have I been? No. Yep. Okay. Yeah. Those are my places solo. So I would definitely say for you, I would say Greece or Paris. Yeah. What else we got? Carnival Horizon next year. If I like the celebration, that's interesting though, because Horizon and Celebration are different types of ships. But I heard Horizon got a cute little personality. A few people in here have said they've been on Horizon. I know Kristen H did the Horizon Jamaica itinerary. Leanne says, I need the app. It's called Opportune. Don't download it. Hey, Carmelin for the win. Welcome in. She says, yes, do it. We need that because we be booking recklessly over here. Okay, I'll have to do. Somebody has to hold me to. I'll do the video. Oh, Sig, little Sig, 6 and 5 feet of dark. Now, I mean, it's one of those. It's kind of like how it's not as shallow as Half Moon Cay, because Half Moon Cay you can go all the way out there, and it's still up to your knees. But like, I mean, you can get out. And you can buy, no, don't buy a floaty, because if you can't swim, you don't need the floaty. But you can walk out. You can walk out. But I'm just saying it's so clear that even its deepest point, you can still see your feet. Kristen says, depending on which port, you won't need the ferry. Oh, which side of the port you won't need a ferry. Okay, good to know. Good to know. Because yeah, I remember from my hotel, we had to do like a cab, a ferry, and then we had to walk around the corner because the ferry like dropped us off in this like weird industrial looking thing, but the rum factory was like around the corner. But it was super safe. Not recklessly. Keisha says, when you just be booking last minute, can't do that anymore. Cruises are too high now. Yeah, but I have a theory. I'm curious. I think my theory is Icon of the Seas might drop significantly really close to cruise date. It's been interesting numbers. I don't know. I'm not saying it will, but my hunches, it was so high up. I don't know. I don't think that's how it works. But for something tells me like I think they shot too high for like, I was looking at the numbers yesterday. And for that second cruise to be so low, and then the subsequent cruises have come down a little bit. Now there still are like $20,000 ones, but I think people are missing these final payments. So it'll be interesting to watch that one. Or I would say if you are a royal, I do not encourage gambling on this channel. But I would be interested in those of you who do a lot of comp stuff. I think they're going to have to be filling that shit with comp, because I don't ship with comp, because I think people aren't going to be able to keep up. Like that's a lot. That's a lot of money for a cruise. Like $25,000, you can book a house somewhere for a week and split it with like 5, 10, 20 of your good friends. But anyway, I don't know. That's me. That's my theory. We're going to see if it might be completely wrong, but I like throwing my theories out there. Kristen saying, hoping to make Europe for 2025 as well. Sig is saying, oh, Carla's asking Sig, how tall are you? Sig is. Sure. Parker Siobhan says, does that app have a referral code? We like affiliate links over here. Yes, it does give you $5 for referrals. So I guess I probably should put something in my thing. This is the second time Opportunity's been getting free money off me. But I believe it gives you $5 if you use a referral code. So that's $5 towards your cruise. What else we got? Siobhan says, yes, Lord, because the sand will take you out walking to Jack Shack. Jesus, that sand is intense. So yeah, if anybody has an alternative route to Jack Shack, Sig has it. Hold on. Kristen says, I tried for 2024, but my husband's like, it's too hot in August, so maybe still 24 and 25. Sig is saying yes. So there is an alternative path to Jack Shack. So you can get a taxi. Wait, yes, you can get a taxi there, but she never has. I feel like I've earned my food and drinks. So, but she's heard others use taxis. So yeah. Sig is saying it's a good workout, which it is. If you want to get your steps in that day, if you want to get your heart rate up a little bit, a little resistance training, walk down to Jack Shack. Keep walking, and then make sure now it is not the place where you get trashed, because baby, you got to walk all the way back. So just be mindful of that. But yeah, it is a good walk. It is a good workout that day. Sig is 410, everybody. It does have a referral code. What else we got? Sig says, you can walk on the water's edge, not the loose sand. Yes, that is a trick. If you're walking on beach water, or you're walking along the beach and you got to go somewhere far, don't walk in the soft sand. Walk closer to where the waves rush up, not in the water, but like where the sand is packed down, and that kind of alleviates some of the tension. On the go of Yolo says, I did the tour via our Royal Caribbean on a solo cruise, Megan's Beach and Mountaintop. Yeah, that's a good preview of the island. I wonder how much they were charging, because you can get that one for the low. Who was I talking to? My client that I put on MSC. I am also a travel advisor, everybody. See a Gmail if you like a quote. Or if you want me to pick my brain about any solo information, or you're interested in going to visit a place, somebody on here, not on, but one of the travel vlogs, I had a good conversation about some places they're interested in going. So yeah, if you're interested in going somewhere that you've never been before, that I might have been happy to pick your brain or have you pick my brain. Email me, cwc@gmail, or DM me, or however you want to get in contact with me. I am more than happy to share, I run my mouth, happy to share travel tips. So Sig says, don't waste your money. I got a camera and still use my phone. So yeah, for vlogging, you can vlog from your phone. So noted. Folks are saying checking in. Hey, Animal Holic, thanks for checking in and hitting that like button. Appreciate you. Kristen saying you might want to go in the spring. That Euro heat is hot. Yes, hot and dry. I'm trying to think when. I don't even remember if I ever been. I'm trying to think if I've been through Europe when it's in the summer. I can't remember. I don't think I have, but I've heard Europe be knocking people down. LK Family saying I'm folding clothes and listening right now. See, I am happy to get you through your chores. Kelly and Tony is saying I'm driving, so it'll be around 5 or 6 in the evening. It is an 11-hour drive. Oh, you're driving. Oh, okay. Yeah, be safe on the road. I've never done like an extensive road trip to a cruise port, so shout out to you for doing that. And do you drive right back, Kelly? Janice Rose says she's late to the party. Just happy to have you. Oh, Edna was here. Where'd she go? Hey, Edna's World. Gina saying, where are you cruising next? I am cruising on Carnival Magic out of Miami. Going to Puerto Rico. Yeah, San Juan, Puerto Rico, Grand Turk, St. Martin, St. Thomas. Thank you, Siobhan. Oh, no, Edna was not here. False alarm. No, she was here. Hey, Edna. Thank you so much for coming in, Edna. Let's see. I'm gonna start moving fast because we're in here. I appreciate y'all. And I'm sitting here running my mouth and I'm like, we are behind in the chat. Who we got here? Carmelin for the win says, I think I may cruise solo in 2024, God willing. Do it, and come back and let us know how it is. I just appreciate not being on anybody else's time but my own. Dylan D says, make sure you stop by to say hello before you sell out of Galveston. Oh, I will for sure. But I don't. Where will I'm going with my mom, so I will be on daughter duty. So I don't even know. Maybe the second time I go to Galveston. But she's going to be, because I couldn't even stop to get a crab cake when we were going to Baltimore, let alone I know she's going to be hyper when we get to Houston, and she's going to be ready to like get into Galveston and sit down somewhere. So on the go, Yola says I want to do accent for Christmas 2024. The price is really, really good. I will say that accent for it to be a sexy ship, the price has been right. The price has been right. So yeah. Carla's going on Utopia next year. It'll be my first she's probably going on Utopia next year. It'll be her first Royal Caribbean cruise. Yeah. And that's another reason why like I'm not I have booked Utopia for their inaugural. Next July is gonna be shenanigans. Next July is gonna be the equivalent of this month, November for me. So yeah. And another cruise where like the inaugural is out of control, but if you go in September, you get like normal cruise prices. Siobhan says we stayed at the Harbor House in Galveston, walking distance to the Carnival in Disneyport. Thank you for sharing that, Parkers. So that's a tip for Galveston. She's I love cruising world. Says Oasis is my favorite. I've been on all 5 now. Not playing. Not doing Icon, or you are doing Icon soon. But you're doing Utopia. Giovanni's tables on the Oasis. And she likes a filet for Italian. And the mason jar is a really close favorite too. Cool. Yeah, I'm looking forward to Jamie's. This lady literally was, having one of her Loyal to Royal highfalutin moments. And I was sitting there eating dinner at Giovanni's, and she was just like, this is not Jamie's, and this doesn't even shake a stick at Jamie's. And I was like, I don't know who Jamie is, but I need to get there and try it. So, okay, Yellow selling out of, hey, Fats and Tree, neighbors. Fats and Tree, they had Rare Essence at my homecoming. LK says, I'm not an A&T grad, but G-Ho is homecoming culture. Absolutely. It's homecoming goals. Another homecoming goal will be Tuskegee. I want to sing Ball and Parlay in the stadium one good time for Tuskegee. So another hard place to get to. So, but I haven't been able to visit Tuskegee University, but not for homecoming. Phil D says Parkers on the Go had a good video where they stayed when they cruise out of Galveston. Yep. So go to Parkers on the Go if anybody's looking for Galveston cruise ports. And Siobhan said they stayed at Harbor House. But they really show how to, I think it was their Disney cruise vlog. They talked about how to get to Galveston and what their what their travel experience was like. Phil and D says, "Oh, ask about what ship is it top secret." They were talking about the harbor house. It seems like a nice space. What you got? Homecoming 5-star in the Jets. Sig again. Don't nobody know them people. Uh, on the go, Yellow says Mason Jar Bar. The restaurant is hit or miss. Oh, yeah, that's what I was wondering. I know if y'all know Joseph Sykes. Joseph Sykes has dragged Mason Jar by its roots across the internet. So it seems like a lot of people in this group like the Mason Jar. But if you talk to Joseph Sykes, he says it's cultural appropriation. That's not my business. But I love Joseph because his comments are out of control. Thank you for the tips, Phil and D, and Siobhan Parker. Moving through these a little faster. What we got? Okay, so Harmony is replacing the Allure, and yeah, I'm going on Harmony out of Galveston. Harmony brings back so many memories. D and I sell for our 1-year anniversary, and you made it on the Love and Marriage show. Oh Lord, where is that footage? Okay, Kelly is saying the Zoom call is at 8. I don't trust us to go after. What do y'all think about if we do it beforehand? I might do a poll. Do it like our usual, the 13th. Do I got class that day? Lord have mercy. We're gonna have to figure this out, logistics. I might have, let me see, hold on. Yeah, no. Oh yeah, I can't do earlier. That good idea might have to go out the window. I don't know how I'm gonna fit it in, and I don't know if we should be on a live at 10 o'clock after we have our call. So yeah. My daughter enjoyed her last sailing. We got here. She says we speak the same language. We got anybody in Mass going to Royal, or does anybody in Mass going to Cruise Royal? Or is it anybody know when Mass is going to Cruise Royal? I don't know when they are going to Cruise Royal, but I know a lot of people in Melanin Sea Cruise Group do cruise on Royal. And I know next year, of course, Celebrity, which is, offshoot. What we got? People like the Horizon. What? A VIP rate for $200? Oh Lord! I said I'm gonna go look. I'm gonna go peek because I would like to get on the Horizon. I don't know what I'm gonna fill it in, but I'll look and see if I get any good VIP rates. But I usually don't get super good VIP rates. My cousins get good VIP rates. But yeah, Sig. I agree with that. He was not a great one. So what else we got? Siobhan says, "Oh, it was awesome. It was him for us too. Wow, that's crazy. How did I miss that comment? Huh? But I thought he had been off of the Magic. So now it's who did I say? Magic Mike. So we'll see what we get. On the go, Yellow says no approvals. I just added to the calendar. Too much PTO for somebody to say no. Yeah, I just add things to the calendar and have a wish sandwich for how I'm gonna make it work. And I get very creative. So like actually for this cruise coming up, I'm using the who was it? Team Reach Travels was talking about spreading things out over holidays. So because of how the calendar is set up with the Veterans Day holiday, I get what looks like extra time off. So I am making this work around that. Kelly says, I just save my vacation time and use it for my vacations and use PTO for other things. Wait a minute. Y'all the fancy people you got vacation time and PTO time? I just know I use mental health days for sick days. And sometimes those mental health days might mean I'm mental healthing somewhere outside my home. Gina says, do you and your family and friends give you grief for cruising so often? When I tell my peeps I'm going to cruise, they say, there you go again. Absolutely. I have told y'all my dad doesn't, I don't think my dad believes I work. Then he called my mom. My parents have been divorced since I was 6. My dad called my mom, like, I think something's wrong with her. I think she's trying to escape reality. And I was like, dude, I'm fine. I'm single with no kids, so I just be gone. But yeah, I do get grief sometimes. Yeah, people make comments, but it's kind of like I don't spend my money on like a lot of clothes. Like I don't do a lot of shopping. I would say my home and travel eat up all my funds. I don't do a ton of hanging out, around town. I limit restaurants. I had to make myself stop doing Uber Eats, or like consuming so much Uber Eats and just cooking. So my money goes to travel. And it's kind of like, as long as the mortgage is getting paid, the bills are getting paid. But I do think, I will be honest, I do think I can do a better job of spending more time with family. Gina's world, I probably could. I probably could. My mom was texting me today about she wants to go to Thanksgiving in Pennsylvania, where her family's from, but she just mentioned it, and I'm like, I was supposed to be cruising with family for Melanin at Sea when it was the Jubilee, before Jubilee, was running late and got canceled. So my family's going to be on that Melanin at Sea, and I was so excited for them to be on this Black cruise group, because they're in Western Virginia. I mean, Western PA. It's not a whole. It's just Black people up there, but to be surrounded by like all of our cruise cousins, I wanted them to experience that. Jubilee got canceled, so I had already like thought I was cruising Thanksgiving. I had booked MSC. Anywho, I think I could carve out more time though when I'm home, to be completely honest. Because usually if I'm home, I'm like work, 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 save, save, save. And I'm like, all right, time to travel. So Kristen says she likes Horizon. She's cute. Siobhan says, Gina, a lot of times when people say, again, it's not giving you grief. It is a small form of jealousy that they can't do it. That's how I look at it. Ooh, yeah. Yeah, like I don't, and I will say, I don't get it from family as much, that like, oh, you're gone again. But I do get it from some friends sometimes, of like, where, and yeah, yeah, I don't think like it's in a malicious way, but it's kind of like, I don't be, judging your brunch choices. So, yeah, I, some people do make little comments about like her little cruise friends. It is fine. It's fine. It's fine. I just know, me showing my cruises, I do have friends and people who be like, "Can you book me?" And that's what matters. Hello. LK Family Travel says, I've heard some prefer Horizon over Celebration. Yeah, I will say, like, for me, like, Celebration didn't have a personality yet. I can't lay my finger on it, but Celebration was like, it was a big ship. She had all the things, but like Mardi Gras had a little bit of, I don't know what it was about Mardi Gras, but Mardi Gras had a little juice. And it's weird because like you had the same cruise director, you had the same DJ, but I felt like Mardi Gras had a little more personality, even though Celebration was the newer ship and had different things. But I've been hearing great things about Horizon. I'm not sure it's about the tone that Cookie has set, and I think, is Cookie still there? Has he moved? But yeah, I've heard for Horizon has a really nice personality, and I'm not sure how ships get personalities, but you can feel it. And I feel like Mardi Gras was a ship that I can feel, where Celebration was a ship that I was on. Happy to be there, but I don't know why Mardi Gras had a little energy to it. Gina, now if I twist my hair, my coworkers ask me if I have cruise coming up. Hey, I love cruising. I'm getting braids tomorrow, and I know. Whenever the next time I see a coworker, it's gonna be like, oh, where you going? So yeah, the hair always gives us away. Leanne says, as a solo traveler, do you purchase the drink package on most of your cruises? Leanne, I've started buying the drink package more. But I think because the cruise is coming up, because the ports are going to be really great ports, I think I might just do the cruise cash. But I had learned my lesson the hard way on Carnival Valor. I should have gotten the drink package. I also have heard that, and some of you all who are travel advisors might know this for sure. I heard that like if you're on the boat and you start ringing up to like enough drinks to get to the drink package, I heard you can buy the drink package. I'm not sure if they let you like one day or two or something like that, and then I've heard that like if you get close enough, they'll let you just like but you have to go ask like, can I buy the drink package, and then it somehow works. I have not tried that, but on Valor I should have, because after day 2 I was close. Because I had met so many good people, and it wasn't a lot to do in the nightlife. Not a lot, but it was not. We were just sitting around talking, so we ended up drinking. But I think this next cruise I'm doing Cruise Cash. But for MSC, I'm doing the bar. I did get a bar tab because I know Melanie and Steve are gonna be sitting around running our mouths and trying out all the bars. And then a couple other cruises, I think I'm gonna just play it by ear. So it just depends on like where the ports are, what my plans are, if I buy the package or not. But I think this cruise, like the package is like $542. And I feel like when I get on Carnival, especially Carnival, a lot of times I end up just drinking wine, even though they have the drinks. I somehow end up just drinking wine. So I think I can drink less than 542. Hopefully, I don't learn the hard way. Thanks for that question. Sure. Siobhan Parker says a lot of people are canceling because the final payment date snuck up on them. It's a lot of money. We said we had to rib Carnival to pay. We had to rob Carnival to pay Royal for the Icon. yeah. Because I forgot, because my plan was at October 29th, I was going to just be like lurking on the Cruising Power website. I didn't realize until I think I was watching the replay of Rich and Jazz's live, and they were like, "Oh, the final payment date happened." So yesterday I was kind of like hanging out on the Royal Caribbean website, or on the travel agent side looking, and I was just like, I noticed all the interiors are gone, but they had an interesting. At one point yesterday, there was a ocean view room cheaper than an interior room. So, and then that next cruise, that February 3rd cruise, was all the way down to, I think the starting price was $4,300, which, I mean, it's still a lot for a cruise, in my opinion, but it was much less than like if you want to get the second look, or if you want to hope that they're not ready for that, whatever, that breakthrough island, you want to be a hater. Not wishing that on anybody who's content creator. But that February 3rd cruise was way down when I looked yesterday. On the go, Yellow says, I received a comp for April 2024, but school testing is around that time, so we decided to keep the inaugural. Dang it, I'll take a comp on Royal for Icon. Shoot. She says, okay, waiting to post a link to download. I'll have to post a link, baby, in the comments. Not distance training for Jack Shack. Look, you got to stretch and run to get on Jack Shack. What we got here? Love of Cruise said, what was your offer on the Icon? She says, I would go if I got an offer. Yeah. And I want to play next year. I want to try this lady, when I was on Oasis, was telling me how to get in Royal's comp tiers. And she was almost like, you pay the price of a cruise in the casino, or you save almost the price of a cruise in the casino to gamble. She says you start winning, so you may or may not spend all that money, but that certain amount was like $2,000, $2,500 puts you kind of in the tiers. That's what she was telling me. She was working full-time remote, and basically she goes one time. I think you have to do it before like March 31st. It's a weird time of year, but anyway, she has one cruise where she does go to the casino really hard, and then she's set for her cruises for like the rest of the year. Is it worse than the DR? What's that, Carla? The Puerto Rico? Kellyanne, oh, you're talking about the waves for Dominican Republic. Yeah, and it was where I stayed. I'm sorry, the waves for Puerto Rico were similar, and it was brown water. It wasn't pretty, but I will also say I believe it depends on where you are in Puerto Rico for what color the water is. But I stayed in the Condado district, and it was a new hotel called like Hotel Condado at the time. It's been years now, but it was like people out there surfing. It wasn't like, that's how big the waves were, and it was like brown. It wasn't like a relaxing get in the water beach. It was a choppy beach. Cabo is also like that, where you gotta be careful with the waves. Kellyanne Tony says, no, I'm going to get a room when we come back. Good, Kelly, because that 11-hour drive, you want to savor your vacation. Hi, Auntie. Welcome to the chat. Welcome in, Game Changer. She says, enjoyed all the conversation. Much love. Good night. Oh, Lord. Okay, I'm getting there. I think I can do it. I'm going to knock out these comments, and then we're going to wrap. Keisha says, Jiho going to have me staying in the house from Wednesday to Sunday this week. City will be packed. Yeah, and it's a small town. I've never been to Greensboro. I don't think only once, but one of my friends says basically they take an Uber into the closest part that they can get, and they still end up walking. Hey, Shay, welcome in. That's baby Parker in the house. Lisa W says, hello, my fellow SAS alumni. What is the name of the app you use to track the countries you've traveled? That's the Ben app, BEEN. I guess I can drop all my links, huh? Now, Ben, I don't get no kickback, but I believe I could get a kickback for a referral link. But here's the Ben app, and it tells you like percentage of the world, how many countries. I think I want to point in the right direction you've been to. It lights up the map. And then it also tells you states. So like while I have a goal, I have been to 32 countries. I can also see how many states I've been to. So I also want to do more travel in the United States. I can't remember how to find that. I'm gonna get distracted too much. But yeah, the Ben BEN is the app for traveling. That's how I keep track. And then of course I use Shipmate to track how many cruises. So this cruise on the Magic will be cruise number 8. No. Cruise number 18 will be on Carnival Magic. So moving right along. They're saying hey to Baby Parker. They're saying good night to Auntie. Leslie Bruce says, had to jump in here. Sig, I got you. I know who the Jets are. Yes, North Carolina 18 homecoming or all of that and then some. Absolutely. And I guess my homework is go find out who the honeymoons and the Jets. Keisha H says her last 3 cruises have been with the $200 VIFP deals. What cruises are 200? What ships they got y'all on for $200? Shoot, if it's close, I need to do some out of New York though, because these Miami prices have been killing me. The reason why I tagged on 3 more cruises because that Melanin at Sea, the Thanksgiving cruise, that Miami flight was like, I had to buy it down with points. It was like $700. And then so with these extra cruises I've tagged on, I'm leaving further away from the Thanksgiving holiday. So it brought the price down a little bit, but Miami was expensive to get to. Let's see. Kellyanne says, I have vacation, PTO, and unpaid time, 80 hours. I can use in 15-minute increments. Nice. Yeah, my job doesn't allow me to do too much it's not overtime, but I can't do, credit time or something like that. They get finicky about that. Sid Cruz says, yes, I do mental health and vacation days for sick days too. I get extra cruise days that way. Listen, I do some creative scheduling. And I also like, picking certain itineraries. So like Saturday cruises, even though Saturday cruises are a little more, you at least get 2 days before the Monday. And if you can tag on a Saturday cruise and a holiday Monday, that's like 3 days that you don't have to worry about, using your leave. I also I'll give a shout out to Virgin right now because Virgin has that interesting itinerary where it like leaves at late in the evening on Wednesday, or it leaves on a Friday. So you get to be able to, do some other, you don't have to use a whole lot of leave. So I appreciate that about Virgin with their interesting itineraries. Leanne says, I enjoyed Horizon. Mike Pack was the cruise director at that time. And then Mike Pack is that the Flying Scotsman? He went on to the Mardi Gras for a bit. They've been switching him out and around. Siobhan says, you can still buy it on Carnival up to the second day. Thank you, Siobhan. Siobhan Parker, ladies and gentlemen, is also a travel advisor, Parks on the Grove. So thank you for that tip, Siobhan. So if you're on a cruise, now granted, you're gonna have to pay more taxes because you're on the boat. But it'll always be cheaper to buy the drink package if you are at home. But if you notice the first or second day, you somehow end up in a party vibe, and you notice that the price is starting to match up to the drink package, you have up to the second day to buy the drink package on Carnival. So what I should have done when I was having too much fun on Carnival Valor is that second day went ahead and bought the drink package, because I ended up paying an outrageous amount of money for beverages. And I'm telling on myself. Sig says, I only do drink packages on 3 or 4 day cruise. I can't break even on the longer cruises, but yes, I buy cruise cash too. Yep. And then there's certain, of course, different little hacks for buying cruise cash with your, the gift card. So that brings it down a little bit, helps save. Phil and D's Travel Spree says, bar tab on MSC. How did you get that set up? Oh, I don't have a bar tab. I bought the drink package on MSC, Phil and D, and I just went through. I emailed Jazz to ask her to add it on to my because I figured. I mean, it was like 4 something. But for that one, I figured because we're going to be a lot of the activities and we're going to be hanging around each other, it made sense to go ahead and get the drink package. And MSC doesn't allow you to bring wine on board. So kind of need it. Who we got? On the Go with YOLO, there was a great rate on December 2024 selling. I'm thinking about booking. Jump on it before it disappears. They got a free interior for 2, so I would still need an upgrade to add my daughter, but still, free interior for 2. On is that again the icon? Shoot. On the Go with YOLO says you can book celebrity with next cruise on the ship with RCCL. Oh, okay. That connection. Yeah, the next cruise connection where is that you buy like $250. Is that how that works? People are saying good night, and I am about to say good night as well. Yay, we're in the chat. Here we go. Yay, thank y'all. Okay, so Philin D says my mouth is about to like start not working anymore, if y'all couldn't tell. But I appreciate all the interaction. So Philin D says, who the heck are the Jets? As in Benny and the Jets? On the Go Yellow says flights are horrible. Yes, I hate flying, but Miami has all the good cruises. Now, that's how, if y'all paid attention in the middle of the year, Port Canaveral had become the best cruise port at some point or the most used cruise port, like sometime in the middle of the summer. And I think it's because like even from here, I have better low cost carrier options. And even like I like to fly American. So even American's prices are reasonable from DC to Orlando. But that Miami thing, child, my Thanksgiving ticket was $700. And I used my points to kind of bring it down to a reasonable price that I would pay to get to Miami. But I've been to South Africa for $666. I know that's a weird number. But I've been to South Africa for $600. So I'm like, the fly to Miami is a slap in the face because that should be no more than $220. They're talking about Jubilee for $100 per person. Nice. Anitra has a question. Would you do Virgin again? I booked to go at the end of the month to celebrate my 40th birthday. The end of what month? The end of November? If you book the end of November, we might be on a cruise together. And if you booked out of Miami. So yeah, I would absolutely do Virgin again. I have booked my next cruise for Virgin, and Virgin is in the lineup from the ships between now and the end of the year. So we might be on the same cruise, Anitra girl. And then Leanne says, I cannot justify the drink package for my Christmas cruise, which would be for 10 days. I will not drink enough for that. Yeah, that is a lot. That is a lot. On the Go of Yellow says 100 pp for next cruise. And Sid Cruz is saying, Phil and D, everybody knows Benny and the Jets, Elton John. He could come to Homecoming too. But I will say I like that Cold Cold Heart song. Anyway, y'all have been rocking with me. First off, kudos to y'all. This is like the elevated chat. Y'all been dropping some good gems, some good tips. This was not the Cruising 101 chat. This is like the 201 version. I appreciate y'all for engaging with one another and engaging with me. But yeah, this is my channel, Carlene C with C. Our next, and as I announced, I will be heading out on the Carnival Magic. Our next meetup is supposed to be November 13th at 8:30 p.m. And I got to figure out what I'm going to do, but stay tuned. I might pivot. We'll see. I got to think about it. If y'all have any ideas, DM me your ideas on Instagram. I'm usually following that. Because yeah, I need to be in that live, our meeting, not our live, our meeting, but I like to stick with my Monday meetup schedule. So I'll probably still be going live at 8:30, just for me to be consistent. But maybe when y'all are done with the live, y'all can come over or not live, but the Zoom, y'all can come over and I'll let y'all up as we're done, as people finish. Maybe that might be the thing. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. But our next Monday meetup is November 13th, 8:30 p.m. And I'll be heading out on Carnival Magic. I'll probably go live some point next week just to show y'all around the ship and all that good things. Oh, we are not on the same itineraries, actually. Thank you. So yeah, until the next time, I will see you in the next video. Thank y'all. Have a good night. Get some rest.